Hello everybody, it's Chibi. Today's going to be a full series review on Steins Gate. Now, I have yet to see the OVA and the movie of Steins Gate, so all I'm about to say in this review is just my viewpoint from the first 24 episodes, and I will be putting a review out on the movie and the OVA, so I'm letting you all know that right now. But anyways, I want to begin talking about this series, Steins Gate. I am very happy a lot of you recommended me this series. I am really happy. I never would have imagined that I could have so much enjoyment from this series. Coming from a standpoint, I haven't actually seen a lot of anime that have done time travel, and done it properly. Steins Gate, I feel, has done something, I guess, very simple in terms of, I guess, science fiction books and stuff, but it's turned it into something very close to a masterpiece in an anime format, and that is something I have enjoyed in this series. Through the ride of the course of the episodes, even to the slow moments of just slice-of-life elements that were the first, 10 episodes almost, I enjoyed it from start to finish. All the characters are lovable, likable, and you'll definitely be rooting for them, and you'll definitely feel sorry and sad when you see certain events happen to them through the course of this entire series. I had emotions through the course of this entire series after episode 12. The emotions really started kicking in, and it got you really sad. I mean, this series managed to have me have slight tears in my eyes, and just really, it upsets you, because the different events that happen in Steins Gate just crush your heart, and then it refixes your heart, and I love that. Getting to see this poor main character, one of the best main characters I have seen in quite a long time, Kyoma. He is definitely in quality of one of the best characters in the anime industry in general. I mean, he's one of the best. One of them. Not the best, but one of the best. Kyoma is a unique, interesting character. At first, when you meet him in the first half of the series, he seems like a happy-go-lucky, dumb scientist that pretty much says, I am Hyorin Kyoma, mad scientist, or ill Saikongru. You know, stuff he says, it just sounds like he's stupid, like a stupid character. But as you see more with his personality and get to know more about him as the series progresses, you see that he truly cares about his friends, he cares about everybody, and he's smart, a very smart character. And after episode 12, you see the breakdown of his character as he just slowly breaks down and just deconstructs himself. I mean, at first, he's just so heartbroken. Like that first moment on episode 12, when, this is spoilers if you have to see the series, but that first moment, when you see Mayuri die in his arms, he just grabs her. The way the symbolism and the animation, just the way the tones of the animation were, the music, everything in that moment set up the tragedy that was to come in the entire series. The moment when you see Kyoma say, I am going to kill you, I will never forgive you, you see the rage in his face. I mean, it's the first time you've seen his character act that way. It was just a big turning point in his character, and from there on, you really see the amazing development his character really gets. I mean, as he travels hundreds of times back and forth for the course of 3 weeks, just to save this one girl, his childhood friend Mayuri, from dying, her inevitable date to where she dies, it is so saddening seeing this. His character, he's a very strong character, but at the same time, you see the hardships he has to go through for the course of this entire series. And without every single individual character in the series, like Kurisu and Daru, and all other sorts of characters, he would have not made it that far into the series. So every individual character played their part in this series. Great. I feel like every character had a part to play. There's a couple problems I have noticed in this series, but one thing I want to mention right now. Fairy, she was important to the plot, but not that important. At first half, around, I think, episode 14 or 15, or it was 13, somewhere around there, where the entire populace of Akiba, the Moe, got disappeared, and we found out that Fairy's father died in the original timeline, in the Alpha world. We find out that the email she sent, pretty much stopped her father from dying, and so she had to reset that, Kyoma did, to where, her father would really die. That was a major turning point. It just shows you the type of character Kyoma was and Fairies was. But there's one thing about that really bugs me. For one thing, okay? Fairies never plays a major role in this series after that entire moment. After that entire little line with the D-mail, she kind of just drops off from the series. She really does. And it's really saddening to see that, because she was a good character. I like the way she acted and all that. She used to say that. But I mean, she didn't play any specific major role. At the time in the course of the end of the series, the major characters that play a big role is definitely Kurisu, you have Kyoma, you have Mayuri, and you have Daru. Those are the main central characters that really play a major role in the plot. And so it's upsetting getting to see how some of these characters didn't really have the spotlight like they should have in the rest of the course of the series. But even though there's a little bit of factors like that I didn't like, I felt like the series was good. Every good series, every close to masterpiece series has its problems. Every series does. Nothing is perfect. But it is still an enjoyable series. One thing, though, I don't know if it was explained properly. I don't know if the movie will explain or the OVAs. But the reading Steiner, I felt like, was never, I guess, properly explained. I mean, we find out that Kyoma can, remember every different fault when he travels through different timelines. But we never really get an explanation of why he can really remember things. I mean, we know he got his reading Steiner when he was a kid. He was feeling nauseous and stuff and sickly. We don't know exactly how he got this power to begin with. I mean, was he born like that? Or was there something else that happened? Did someone else bless it to him? I mean, we really don't know. Or I may have missed it. I don't know. But still, that's my only major problem I have. That's really the only real problem I have. I feel like Krisu also as a character, we get to see her character. She's a very strong character. I mean, getting to see how she kisses Kyoma in the episode 22, she kisses Kyoma. Kyoma admits his feelings towards Krisu. That was an unexpected romance I never saw coming. I mean, I saw the romance I did for the course of the series, but I kind of looked past it because, I mean, Kyoma's trying to save Mayuri, and I felt like he loved her more, and so I completely overlooked the Krisu romance, and seeing that kiss just shows you the determination Kyoma had, and he actually willingly gave up Krisu's life for Mayuri. That was a heartbreaking and tragic scene. Now, a lot of people probably argue and say that most likely this series should have ended after episode 22, pretty much saying that most likely Kyoma should have had a tragedy and Krisu should have stayed dead. I can agree and disagree on different factors, okay? Many people say that it was kind of just too happy, too of a happy ending, like the ending was way too happy. But I felt like it couldn't have ended any way. I mean, they kind of set up that ending scene since the very beginning, from the first episode, because in the last episode, we see Kyoma actually see his past self when all the events began when he first saw Krisu stabbed, even though Krisu was just unconscious. So, I like it. I like how everything linked together. There really wasn't any major plot holes. Really, there wasn't, and I like that. It left enough to where I could say I have enjoyed this series, and I would definitely recommend Steins Gate to people to watch, because it's a very powerful series, and you don't get a lot of science fiction anime that really do the time-traveling genre justice. I feel like Steins Gate is one of the very few anime that probably have done something along the lines of this and do it almost to masterpiece level. So if you've yet to watch Steins Gate and you're still watching this review, I recommend go watch it, because this series has definitely deserved a watch from anyone. And so, anyways, I want to let you all know, expect a review on the OVA and movie very soon. I don't know when they'll be out, most likely later tonight or tomorrow, but I will have a review out, so don't count on the exact date, but there will be one, and hopefully they'll actually give me the questions I've left unanswered in this review right here. So everybody be safe. I've enjoyed this ride of Steins Gate. El Sai Kongranu.